to engage with our Prime Minister, our first Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. And do you know what? You can only get that information from our Information Minister. He has come out to tell Biafrans, this is what has trespassed. It is not that Amanda Biri is not, how will I put it, credible enough or talented enough to handle the case of our first Prime Minister. No. It is not that he is incapable. No. But there was a barrier. There was a blockade from this accountability group. Why? Because Imam Madabu has been in charge of engaging with the prosecutor lawyers and blah, blah, blah in Finland. That was the reason he had to organize his group. Last time, he's the one that, was in charge of sending people, nominating people that will go to Finland and visit our Prime Minister. We saw it played out when they pulled out from Briggy in July 2025. All of them that used to go and visit our Prime Minister then, they formed a cohort. So they had intention, they had a background plan and plan B that we did not know about. And they finalized it on the last day they went to the court. So our Information Minister was there and heard them vividly clear. So I'm going to play so that you listen to what he said. And know that it is not that Briggy refused to. No. Imam Madabu refused our attorney to engage or to even get involved in our Prime Minister's case. Now the same people have gone to hire a lawyer. In the same case. So listen.
The other accountability group of a man, make sure you take care of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Give him everything he needs. If he says he needs 3 lawyers today, make sure you will give him.
I hope you can hear him.
He says he needs 5 lawyers. The same lawyers.
Thank you.
Yes. When he was inside, before they even go for pronouncement, Attorney Dabiri that we have was even trying to communicate. You people block him. Don't want Attorney Dabiri to communicate with Mazi Simon Ekpa, to communicate with the attorney that was handling the case there. Because you people claim that you people are the one in charge. So the attorney now, and even Elias, when they ask, what is happening? Why are they not allowing us to communicate with the attorney in Finland? What is happening? We say, maybe it's not the right time. Or you wait until when it is approved. Because they are blocking you with every effort we make. No. Okay. There was a time we said we need to get extra lawyer or attorney. They said, no, we cannot get another lawyer. It is the government that will recommend lawyer or advisor or whoever. They don't allow any other. Okay, so why are you taking lawyer now? Useless people. When I say that some of you are working to see that Mazi Simon Ekpa don't even come out, some of you don't understand. Because you will be taking measures that will prolong his calamity. Anything that is supposed to have hastened his release, you people will go to look for the back door so that it will remain there for a long time, so that you people will now be coming here to be talking and be making noise every day. Do you think that?
You've heard it all. Well explained in a simplified English so that you will not say, I did not understand. I believe you've heard the voice of our Information Minister. He is telling you now what trespassed between them. So let's continue with this before I start the space.
Oh, I am born for Biafra to come. And I'm going to help NNAMDI KANU to get Biafra. Believe me.
Did he help NNAMDI KANU to get Biafra? The answer is yes. Because through him, we got the structure that we are today. And we are no more an organization. We are no more a group. He did it. Put the structure down with the help of our current Prime Minister, NKERE. He has done his part. He gave us the charter. Yes. What else do you want him to do for you? And because of Biafra, he has been locked up there. And I'm so happy that before he was locked up, he gave us a document, which is the charter. Dancing with it. He also gave our prime minister, the current prime minister, go ahead. Anytime you go to Washington, D.C., go and share. Make sure you give them a copy of this charter. And he did. Yes, he did it. He made sure that the kidnap of Onyendu was useless and more costly. He did it. And we are still following that. Nothing has changed. Where he is, I am telling you, our prime minister has beat his hand on the chest and said, yes, I know that so far as Ogechukwu Nkere, our current prime minister, is there, Brigi will never fall. You can never destroy Brigi. Even if it is one person that will remain, you can never destroy Brigi. We will get Biafra. Our Onyendu is leading there in the front. He said it, that he will lead from the front. Let me continue.
Mark today's date. I want to assure Biafrans, so long as you continue to stand on your freedom, I will be there for you.
Guinea. So long as we continue to stand for our freedom, he will be there for us. If our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, has denounced Biafra, he will come out. So far as we are gathering every day, like those going for Bible studies, he will be there. Our Onyendu will be there for us. He has not denounced Biafra. So when group of people that are hungry for money, beginning from the lawyers, I don't care, that are compromised. Yes, because I see no reason why you say your client is seeking for self-determination, and at the same time, you as the lawyer, you are supporting his incarceration in Sokoto prison. Instead of you to come out and tell Biafrans, do not attach our Onyendu in anything that you are doing. If you want to sit at home, it is your civil right to sit at home. You are the one coming out now to fight against what Biafrans are doing for their leader to be out. I've never seen such a lawyer before in my life. You are the one doing everything possible to stop what Biafrans are doing willingly to bring Onyendu out. You see what is going on, my people? So tell me, who are they representing? Because each time they go to Sokoto, they must get money. I don't know if they have even relocated to Sokoto, because that one that carry beers like he goes. Every time he said he's in Sokoto, they've started filing upon filing. They've gone to start the process again. Recycling it every time, every time, every time. Creating content. But what we are doing to sustain, to make sure that Onyendu is not forgotten, they are the ones fighting against it. Now tell me, if sit at home stop today, will you be hearing Onyendu's name again? You will not hear, because these lawyers go there once in a blue moon to come out and do content for us and begin to speak legal terms that we don't understand. For how many years? We are still standing tall. We are still here holding the structure down, working on the template. And our leaders are there for us. They're also fighting for their freedom, because they want to come out and join us in this freedom. They have the passion for us to be free.
So long as you continue to maintain that you have a right to live, I, Simon Ekpa, will be there any day, anytime.
Thank you so much. Our freedom is not for those that are too emotional, not even emotional, too emotional. We don't want. Our freedom is bigger than anyone. Yes, my co-host, are you there? I saw your hand raise up.
Sorry, tutors. Because there's something I want to point out from what our first Prime Minister said in this season program, and he made that statement consciously to every one of us for a time like this. He did not say, "As I continue to stand for you for freedom, He did not say, as I continue to stand for you for freedom, I will give you freedom. He said, as long as you, the Biafran people, continues to stand for your freedom, that he will be there for every one of you. Trying to make every one of you out there to understand that the freedom of the Biafran people is not all about him, but about over 80 million Biafrans out there, especially the women and children. And as a political, how am I going to put it? A political know-how person that he is, he did not personalize the fight for the freedom of the Biafran people to himself, because he knows that a day like this will come where he will be no more to give you order, so that the next person that will come in will have that chance to stand for you people, as long as you are standing for your freedom. Because if you fail to stand for your freedom, nobody will stand for you. No leader will stand for you. He did not say, as I continue to stand for your freedom, any day you did not see me, stop fighting for your freedom. No, he said, as long as you continue to fight for your freedom, that he will be there for you. And that gives a space for continuity in what we call today cessation of leadership. Because the freedom is all about we, it's all about the leaders. They are just an individual, of which now that he also needs freedom, are you going to stand for him? Standing for him is for you to make sure that that freedom that you said that you need, that made him to come, that you get that freedom even without him. That is the only way you can be able to free him at this point in time. It's not all about running all over the places, because we all know today what is keeping our supreme leader in Sokoto prison and what is keeping our prime minister in Finnish is political. They have nothing against them, but they want to hold them and see if we, the people, really meant when we all come to our resolve and say we want to fight for this Biafra. And for us to continue, we vindicate them. Because the accusation has always been they are the ones inciting us. They are the ones inciting us. So you now coming out to base your freedom on those your leaders that has already been accused by some people, by some political entity all over the world. We only prove that yes, that their assertion that is the one inciting you is true. And that is why in our charter, it is stated very clearly there, after 3 months, move on. So you will not keep implicating them by waiting for them to come out before you start fighting for your freedom. You are also persecuting them out of your own ignorance, because you have failed to understand how politics work. You have failed to understand how international politics works. And that is why any people or any organization that is taking a leader, that is taking order from a captured leader or a captured general, the world does not take those people serious. And that is why the Biafra Republic government in exile need to act fast by re-electing a new prime minister that is in line with international politics, that is in line with what the political juggernauts all over the world is inclined to. You know, the education in Nigeria really damaged so many of us. They don't teach you to think for yourself. They only teach you to memorize or have tutors help me. Sometimes they say to cram something. And in the English, in the more English word, they don't teach. The Nigerian educational sector doesn't teach its people. Yeah, Ben, can you help me with that?
Critical
To
reasoning,
memorize or maybe
critical reasoning, but because they have parochium and they don't want to learn, they do not reason very well critically. Like our children in Igbo land here, they reason critically. That's why if you ask them a question, if you ask them something, they'll say, "Why do you ask that?" Or "Why do you do this?" Or "Mommy, Daddy, what is this?" If you do not answer if you answer them very well, they will tell you critically what they are taught. So many of us, that critical reasoning is lacking, even with our own education. And they say that knowledge illuminates the dark passage of our ignorance. So many of us, the accountability, all of them are. Do I say ignorance? In fact, it's only our divine nature that will tell them who they are. Thank you very much. The critical reasoning they are lacking it. Thank you.
yes, thank you very much for that. Critical reasoning. The Nigeria educational curriculum does not teach you or train you to have critical reasoning. And that is what is really affecting so many of our people. You don't try to decipher, you don't try to look and also be careful with your actions. Somebody is telling you that the reason why they are holding your leaders is because it's inciting you, and you are coming out today that you want to keep your freedom on one side and start fighting for that your freedom. What are you trying to tell the people that are holding him? That means he's the one inciting you. But out of ignorance, you are also indicting him. And when we come out here to tell you that stop, no, don't do this. Even our information minister have come out severally to warn us that we should stop putting our first prime minister in problem. That what some of us are doing out there is what is still keeping him there. Assuming we all came together as one people after the declaration in Lati, Finland, 2024. 2nd of December, they would have released our prime minister. I'm telling you guys. Assuming we came up together and put those our resources together and keep fighting in liberating our land, then we know it's not about him. But the reason why they are still holding him there is because of some of you are still confused in what we are doing as the people to get our freedom. If I remember, we are not doing an umuna something. We are doing something that falls in line with the international geopolitical policies. And if you don't act according to the rule, to the law that have been stated down for people that are fighting for their own statehood, they will never take you serious. Are they taking other people serious? Are they taking Ramaphosa? They are not taking her serious. And she cannot even go close to the wall of Capitol Hill. Are they taking those ones already? They already know that their own faith. They don't have NEC, the Imam Mambugu and the rest of them. They already know. They are not going anywhere. But the only political entity that still have that boldness and continue to go to Washington, D.C. is the Biafra Republic government in exile, which the head of government today is His Excellency Mazi Ogechukwu Ukede. And that is why whenever he goes into that Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C., he receives a lot of handshake because they know that, yes, he's doing what they want. He's acting according to international politics. Before I hit my mic, you can request this statement of our first Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, from Tutors. Go home and ponder when he said, As long as you continue to stand for your freedom, he will be there for you. Now that is not there, what is your next step? Are you going to continue fighting for your freedom? Or you continue waiting for him till they bring him out? Because immediately you stop fighting for your freedom, they will not bring him out. That's just the fact. Don't let anybody deceive you. It's political. Because the reason why they are holding him is because you are fighting for your freedom. So leaving the freedom and start waiting for him to come out means you don't want him to come out. But you know, because of too much emotions that have been attached to our leader, I understand. We love them. I understand we love them. I love them so much. Sometimes I feel like God should just give me one mutant power for me to become all these fairy tale stories like Superman and Spider-Man. Let me just go and bring them out and do my magic and bring them out with it. But unfortunately, there's nothing like that. But the only thing I can be able to do at this point in time is to continue fighting for the freedom of my children, my unborn children, because that is where the key lies. That is why the Nigerian terrorist government today is budgeting millions and millions and thousands of dollars to fight the diplomatic pressure that the Biafran Republic government in exile have been able to incur in Washington, D.C. against the Nigerian terrorist state. They are not fighting any other people. All these woman leaders organizations everywhere parading themselves as people fighting. Nobody recognizes them. They should show you where the Justice Department that is upholding the law of the United States of America recognize them as a political entity. That is why they cannot go near the four corners of that wall in Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. They know. So the only thing they can do now is to start distracting you people by printing one generated reply message and bring it out to you that Trump is writing them, and those things are not good as well. But I'm happy that they are doing it because the American government and also the lobbyists and the congressmen and women, they are taking note of all those things, that they cannot have anything to do with people that are parodying themselves or trying to be relevant through deception. They are desperately they are desperate to be relevant, but they are using deception. And the world doesn't work with people that operate with deception. So please, this freedom is not about your leaders. It's all about you. It's all about the women and children that are dying every day, that the Nigerian terrorist government, military in uniform, are killing every blessed day in Biafra. Those are the people that matters. And those are the people the world we hand over to you as a leader to govern. Those are the people that the world we hand over to you as a leader to govern. Not for the leader to take the freedom for himself and his or her family. No. But we need to support them by doing the right thing and stop implicating them. So that's just what I want to put out there. Thank you very much. It was my mind.
Thank you so much, my co-host, for that lectures you've given to Biafrans. Yeah, thank you. We are in for it, and then we will continue. You see, our leaders have done what they are supposed to do. It is left for us to continue if we need freedom. So, let's look at what really happened, and then before we go to the topic of the day, I want to connect the bill from Congressman Rallimore, and then we connect it to our situation right now. Let's see how it goes. We saw what happened on the February 11th. Then that was 2 days ago. How Rallimore with other representatives, introduced what they call HR 7457, and they call the bill the Nigeria Religious Freedom and Accountability Act of 2026. And this is the companion bill to Senator Ted Cruz 2747 from September 2025, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So let's just look at what the bill does, because understanding the detail, I will not go into it deeply, will really help us to know how to strategize and know that our freedom is bigger than any one person. Let's look at, first of all, the bill mandates Nigeria be re-designated as a country of particular concern for severe violation of religious freedom. And we saw that happened in November 2025. So this bill now makes it permanent, permanent law, not just executive action as Trump did on that day. And then the second one was the bill requires sanction under the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act. And then if you look at who are those that will get this sanction, I'm going to quote from the bill. The Department of State and the Department of the Treasury should impose targeted sanctions, including visa ban, asset freezes, on who? Let's look at those. Fulani ethnic nomad militias in Nigeria, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, who was the former KANU state governor, Meati Allah Cattle Breeders Association, MACBAN, and Meati Allah Kautel Hore. So now, if you look at it, the bill says, because if you look at it critically, you see the bill says any Nigerian federal authorities, state governors, judges, or law enforcement officials who have promoted or even enacted or maintained Nigerian blasphemy laws can be sanctioned. So now I want you to just follow what is happening here, because some people may be asking, oh, why isn't this applied to all governors of the 12 states? Why isn't it applied to illegitimate governors in Biafra land who suppress our people? That's a very good question. Yes, very, very good question, very honest question. And to be honest, we don't have the full answer yet, because this bill is new. We cannot run faster than our shadows. But don't expect Oyibo to work with emotions that we are talking about today. They have to be strategic in what they are doing. So they're not going to run faster than their shadows because you want freedom, or you want to see this happen, you want to see that happen. They are taking it one step at a time, because there is no emotions attached to it. Yes. So this bill is new, is just introduced. So we need to see how it develops. Maybe more names will be added. Have you not been hearing every day our Prime Minister will say, give me the names of those killing Biafrans in Biafra land? He has been saying that every day, and that is exactly what we are supposed to do. So maybe more names will be added. Maybe the framework itself will even expand. So what we should not do is dismiss the bill because it doesn't include everything we want right now. What we should do is recognize what it achieves and push for expansion. That is our job. And that is where mental toughness comes in. Working with what we have while we push for what we need. You see? And then, if you look at that bill again, what it's supposed to do, the bill says, directly address the Chinese mining connection. I'm going to quote again from the bill. The Secretary of State should work with the government of Nigeria to counteract the hostile foreign exploitation of Chinese illegal mining operations and their destabilizing practice of paying protection money to Fulani militias. Now, you see that Chinese mining Fulani terrorists, they have connection in it. Since I think 2023, evidence has been mounting everywhere, documented by even Times London. They investigated these Chinese people, and they came to realize that Chinese nationals operating illegal mining operations in Nigeria, particularly in Zamfara and Sokoto, and all those northwestern states. And now they have also extended to Enugu. Yes, Peter Mba has given them land, and they had to pursue our people out of their ancestral homes. And they have been paying what they call protection money to the Fulani terrorists, because these areas are controlled by armed groups. So if you want to mine gold or lithium or other minerals, you need to pay the local terrorists not to attack you. And they're paying them in dollars, $3 million. Is it $3 million or 3 million naira? We didn't, I think, is it dollars or naira? I've forgotten. But the figure was 3 million. So they call that protection money. So that protection money now is funding the same terrorists that are attacking Christian villages, kidnapping people, even burning churches, burning people alive in the church, and destabilizing entire region. So the Chinese will get rich every day, and the Fulani will get more weapons, and they get operational funds. And Christians and peaceful Muslims get slaughtered every day. Muslims that don't want to join their, jihadists. So
Guinea. What is it? I'm gonna refresh. I don't know what is going